So when we were in California, the program as planned didn't happen, but they did have some alternative things to offer. And one of the things that Thupten Dargye Ling had brought together was a series of new sort of Dharma-related films. So we saw this new documentary called Happy. And it had a lot of interesting points in it, but one of the things that really struck me was they were talking about scientific measurements of, they can now tell how happy people are based on what measurement. They didn't go into details, and I can't imagine. But one of the things they did a little experiment with was to have a control group of people who were just kind of living their lives and maybe thinking about gratitude. And then another group who once a week sat down and wrote out all the things they were grateful for. And over a period of time, after a period of time, just a few short weeks, the people who had written down their things that they were grateful for were measurably happier than the people who had not. And so it just brought to mind again that practice of applying the meditation on the kindness of others in a really direct and tangible, kind of visible way in our lives. You know, it's so important and also valuable to think about every single day, reflecting on the kindness of the people who we know are kind, our friends, our teachers, our families, and then expanding that thought to include the kindness of strangers and how we are benefiting really moment by moment from things that are put together by other sentient beings, and then even to reflect on the kindness of the people that we regard as difficult or as enemies. And that's a beautiful practice to do in our minds. But then to take the next step and actually write down, this is what is meaningful for me. And I just wanted to share that in my personal practice here at the community, I've gone through periods of time when I did do that. Writing down every single night, going through every single person in the community, writing one thing about their kindness either to me or some good positive quality about that person. And the effect on my mind was to keep my appreciation for the community very, very present, very current. And of course, it's easy to slip out of that. And I was doing it at a time when I was really struggling in some ways with some people in the community, and it was very helpful and healing. And once that changed, I stopped. So this morning, as I was, looking at my mind as I woke up this morning, I was recalling that measurable happiness that comes from doing that meditation with the people, doing that designation, writing down the very good qualities of the people or the things that I am grateful for, especially with the people around me. And so it's a practice I'm going to bring back to my life. That's my commitment. But I wanted to offer it as a possibility for everybody, because it's so easy to get, I think, in this meditation, beautiful and expansive and think of all the sentient beings out there who are so kind to me, and then get up from that meditation and look around at the people around me and think, and these people are not. And, and you know, it's not true. It is completely 100% not true. So to get over that ignorance that cannot naturally, somehow is just conditioned not to see the kindness directly in front of me, to do this practice every day, to recognize that helps the mind a lot. So good luck with finding greater happiness and recognizing the kindness.